told myself I was going to do YouTube in 2023, so here we are. Just a little formal introduction. My name is Paola. You might know me from PXGone on TikTok, or it used to be Sony. That used to be my upcycled clothing brand. But this year I decided to really give YouTube a try and kind of shift my focus onto content creation, because really, like, my mission is to empower people to start sewing, start cropping, start painting on thrifted clothing. So here we are. I was scrolling on Pinterest the other day and I saw the most beautiful woven balaclava. Like, look how stunning. I never thought that fabric hoarding would come in favor, but I made this 2-piece upcycle set last summer and I still have some scrap fabric, so I think I have enough to make this. I know balaclavas had their moment in like 2021 and even like up until last year, and I know that they're not as trendy this year, but that's why we don't follow the trend cycle, because we make and we style the things that we want to make and we want to style. Put that on a t-shirt. Let me bring you over to where I keep all my inventory. So this is my big little shelf of clothes. It's very disorganized, but as you can see right here, I have some of that blanket material. So this is what I have left over from that 2-piece set, and we're kind of gonna do some awkward measuring. Now the issue that I foresee happening is it's going to be an interesting little feat to sew this, because obviously this is like woven crochet, and then B is going to be that there's a bunch of little rectangles, and for this to fit over my circular little head is going to be interesting. I kind of quickly sketched out a rough pattern of what it's gonna look like. So I'm just gonna do some quick measurements. I have to keep in mind that that material isn't stretchy, so I have to definitely make it a little bit more oversized for it to fit on top of my noggin. Okay, so I'm just gonna roughly measure my face like this. Just very rough. I'm gonna measure from like here to sort of where I want it to end. Okay, so now let's sketch the pattern. So I got this brown shipping paper from Walmart a few months ago, and it's been great for pattern drafting. And look at me being all cute with my measurings. Like, yo, I'm really a pattern drafter. This is crazy. So right here, as you can see, I just roughly drafted that beanie kind of a shape. And then here I'm just cutting out kind of like where your face is gonna poke out. That was a little 5x4 rectangle. So here I'm just placing that pattern that we just drafted on top of the actual fabric. I'm being very careful because I don't want this to unravel. And this is what you should get. I'm going to be sewing all along that curved seam. I'm using a zigzag stitch so that I could increase the surface area, and obviously it's going to be fitting over my head, so I do need it to stretch a little bit. And notice that right here I'm slightly tugging at the fabric. I just needed a little bit of momentum to help push the fabric through because it was too thick. After I finished sewing that curved hem, I got to snipping the actual cutout for my face. And I'm doing this ever so carefully. I don't want to cut through that kind of quadrant big seam because I don't want the crochet to, you know, deshacerse or kind of like unravel on its own. And so yeah, here I'm just finishing that cutout, and then I'm just repeating the same process on the back side. So now all that we have left to do is to hem the bottom with that same zigzag stitch. And as you can see, I'm on X Games mode because I want to get this finished. And this is what your upcycled crochet balaclava should look like. This is the final product. I absolutely love how it turned out. I love how colorful it is. It pays homage to my Latina heritage, and yeah, it was upcycled, which is the best part. From scrap fabric, might I add. Apart from the material being really tricky to work with, this was pretty beginner friendly, and it only took me about an hour. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.